hear you.
You look very pretty today.
I do. I'm in a ponytail and some sweat outfit. I'm comfy today, is what I am. I gotta lower this because I just bashed my knee into my desk and it hurts really bad. Ow!
Is my car too loud?
No, I don't hear anything.
Okay.
Oh, it hurt my knee. Oh, I really did. I just bashed my knee in, man.
You right?
Yeah. This damn cat. I'm telling you, Mooney's getting on my last nerve. He's gonna be evicted soon. Can I just tell you? He's getting evicted. Oh,
Send him this way.
are we on? Can we?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Do you know what's funny? Me and you just talk like this normally anyway.
I know. I did a video before talking about like how crazy has this year been? Like this year is so wild. You know what I mean? It's just been so crazy with Gypsy and her nonsense, and you had the Menendez brothers and the Ramseys, and you know what I mean? It's just been super wild, and then the creator chaos, like that shit has just been like absolutely wild to me. So I don't know.
The creator stuff is off the fucking chain.
I know it really is.
It's pretty much a nation itself.
Yeah, for real. It really is. It's super crazy. But I don't know. I just feel like there's so much crap. Like, how do you have the baby a year to the day you got out? So you mean to tell me in 1 year you got married, divorced, pregnant, wrote 2 books, and people are sitting there saying that this woman had no access to the world and was so like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just a little wild to me. Like,
You know what I've never got? Why does she hate that act movie? The act movie is the whole reason why all these dumbasses feel sorry for her.
because it didn't give a lot of her narrative. That's why.
Yeah, but it still made a lot of people feel sorry for her.
Yeah, it did. It did. It gave her a lot of attention, but I don't think she got paid for that too, did she?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, the words a lot. It's all about what they get paid for. So, you know what I mean? But that's the truth.
Yeah, well.
So I don't know. It's just been crazy. I feel like this whole Gypsy Rose niche has been on a wild roller coaster. And dude, like part of me wants off. Like I'm all about getting justice for Dee Dee and Nicholas and putting it out there. But with this niche, I don't think people realize comes a whole lot of nonsense. You know what I mean? Like a whole lot of like just wild. First of all, the true crime niche itself is people come hard. You know what I mean? You can't talk about any true crime without people coming to you and being like nasty and all of that. But then just like in this like little Gypsy Rose niche, these some of these creators get wild. You know what I mean? With going after creators, like what, you're out of content and instead you're gonna go after creators. It's all wild to me. Like my views are low. Who can I pick on today? Who am I gonna bully and play victim to? You know, it's just wild.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's been an exhausting year with this niche, and it's been wild, but it's also been wild to watch. Like a lot happened just in the last few weeks. Hello, guys. Hello. What is everybody doing? How is everybody? So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's just really been wild. And then you got creators like, you know what I mean? Like putting families on the spot. Like that to me is wild. You know? It's like, I don't know.
It is wild. There's so many times where I'm just like, did I just see that?
Right? That's what I'm saying. You're busy making content? Good.
I can't see the chat because I'm driving, but hi.
Oh, yeah. She is driving. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, you know what I mean? How much more do we need to do to make people realize that this story that she's putting out there is all lies? I don't know. You know?
I mean, I would really love Dee Dee to get some justice, but it's like, where is that when there's all the other stuff in the midst, and it's just hard.
Yeah. Hey, Binks. Hello, hello. Hey, Rose Red. You've got lots of content. Let me guess. What is your content on? I like the fact that people are trying to get some justice for Dee Dee. And you know what I mean? Like, it's about time somebody, but I just want, you need somebody big to pick up these stories. You need somebody to be like, come on. So it's just wild to me.
Has anybody ever heard from Habitat from Humanity?
No, wasn't Cats and Crochet called out for that on Sir Morbid's Live? Right?
Yeah. But I mean, like, from the actual place, like, have they ever came out and said, we don't like Gypsy, or?
No, I don't believe so. The world's biggest narcissistic cow? Oh, who's that? Let me guess. Gypsy? Right? I don't know. I feel like, though, I'm going to take this year. You know what I mean? I've met... Yes, she was called out. Yeah, Cats and Crochet was called out. I feel like I'm going to take this year and just expand a little bit. You know what I mean? I will continue to do Gypsy Rose content. No, they wouldn't because of the death of Carter. It's all weird. I keep repeating myself. Oh, mindfuck. Yeah, you know what I mean? I just feel like I will continue doing Gypsy Rose content, but I am definitely going to work this year on making sure I'm going to be doing other content as well. You know what I mean? I'm not going to focus mainly on Gypsy Rose, although I will still do whatever I can to get that family, the Petri family, some, you know what I mean, to get their story out there. I want to make sure that, you know what I mean, that people know that she's a liar, that, all of that. But I also think I need to focus on some other content because Gypsy Rose is exhausting. The whole niche is exhausting. The whole content creator fighting. Like, I give a lot of respect to Starlight. Like, I saw her in a few of her lives recently. You know what I mean? And people keep trying to squash this creator content nonsense. Also going to start a new narcissistic cow as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, people are always trying to, oh, I'm being bullied on the internet by these creators. It's just wild. Like, you're sitting there crying victim and Bree's doxing people as she's crying that she's being doxed. It's too much. It's just wild to me. You know what I mean? It's not even so much that I let them get me down. It's just that, well, number one, there's only so much content you can do about one subject. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like I want to just, you know what I mean? I have a lot of interest, a lot of things to do. You know what I mean? And how many times can you go through the same story and do the same videos and put it out there and stuff like that? And so, yeah. So it's not that I'm going to stop doing Gypsy Rose content. I think I'm just going to add to the Gypsy Rose content. Carla, it has been so crazy. It has been a wild, crazy ride for real. You know what I mean? Gypsy Rose one has given a person enough content for ages. But at the same point, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I get, like, talking about what's happening now brings attention to the creators that are talking about what happened with the crime. So I feel like, I think too much talking about Gypsy Rose just gets redundant. You know what I mean? It's like, she cheated. I mean, how much more can she do? You know what I mean? It's like, breathe a little bit. This chick did everything in 1 year that we're all overloaded with content for some Gypsy Rose. And it's like, dude, you're not even giving content creators a break before you screw up again or go and make a mess out of another situation. That it's wild. So, your grandma, you have content? Yeah, the content creators going back and forth is really wild. Then you have content creators that they can't, you know what I mean? Like they don't have the views, and so they find these bigger creators and go after them, and that's just wild. She needs to spend the rest of her life dealing with consequences. I firmly believe that. She has collected victims the entire way, Gypsy Rose, and she deserves everything this life gives her. You know what I mean? So there's that. You know what I mean? But hold on, I'm gonna go live on here as well. But yeah, I feel like it's just she was spending it. You know what I mean? It's like poor Ryan. My heart goes out to Ryan because I feel like look what she did to him. Look what she did to Ryan. You know what I mean? Look what she did to everybody. And then you got this family who's acting like she's some kind of victim. And have the day you deserve be. Exactly, over and over. And I see so many in chats not grasping. I agree. Nobody wants to understand. They all sit there. And the biggest thing for me is people saying to me, you know, you're not speaking facts. And then they come with some nonsense they saw in a movie, and it's completely wild. You know what I mean? It's like you're not coming with facts. You're not, and to sit there and tell the same story over and over and over again, it's like, you know, that it's exhausting. I've seen a lot of new creators come up and about, and you know what I mean? We'll always help them and we'll continue telling the story, but I think it's time for me to branch out just a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like, this is getting exhausting. You know what I mean? You have her stands, you got her trashy family jumping into lives, acting like, you know what I mean?
2 big ones and 2 little ones.
They're so trashy. It's like,
No,
it's wild.
I think it's bigger than that one.
So I don't know. Hey guys. Hey. So I don't know. I think it's just wild. You there, Rose Red?
Yeah, hi guys.
Hello, how are you?
I'm not bad, and how are you?
I'm good.
Chilly over there where you guys are?
It is freezing. It is freezing here. We definitely having a cold spell here.
Oh, I'm up in Canada.
Oh, so you forget it. You know cold more than I know cold. So.
Yeah, but it's just been more rainy and damp more than anything.
Yeah.
So
I hear you. But yes, Jonesy, like they're making all of it look bad. You have Lifetime hopping on this, you know what I mean? Like this whole, yes, Miller, look at me go. But you have Lifetime hopping on this whole narrative. We're going to push out this, you know, that content creators are going to be the bullies for Gypsy Rose come this season. And it pisses me off that nobody wants to pick up the true story. You know, like, shame on you, Lifetime. At least tell the story how it actually is instead of pushing her narrative. I'm just so over pushing her narrative. It's, you know, it's like, come on, dude. It's wild.
it's hard to beat down a narcissist. They tend to keep bouncing back.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
Maybe when they drop her, they'll come around. I hope they do. I really
Yeah,
hope.
because I was going to start doing a bit of Michaela. And I know she's a bit of a stretch as well.
Michaela.
The beauty influencer.
Michaela, yeah. You know, yeah, I think that I am trying to, yeah, I'm definitely going to try and branch out just a little bit, you know, and see what else is out there. What happened, Kaz? Wait, I missed Kaz's comment. Hold on, guys, 1 second. No one else is putting the victim first. That's a big thing, guys, with this whole Gypsy Rose thing too, is people get caught up in the nonsense and the fighting back and forth between creators, and you know what I mean? Like that they're forgetting about the victims of the true story, the true victims of the story. And I absolutely believe, I don't know if I think that the hacker was actually a distraction. I feel like, I mean, good freaking timing, though. I'll tell you that. That's what I say. Good timing. Absolutely good timing. That's really what it's all about. You posted some snark on Law and Crime Trials. They had the old narrative on there. Yeah. Yep. Krusty was saying on that screen recording that she recorded me trying to pay money for the account and I should know the law and it's extortion. And then I came back at her with that you have the whole 6-hour video. Take it to your lawyer and we'll dance. So
That's
there's
right.
that. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
even said, you say it plain and simple that you're not going to pay him the money. You see it right there.
listen,
I mean,
no writing, no other correspondence with the hacker. You guys watch me. Oh, yeah, he's going to sleep.
yeah,
Like,
I watched you. Yeah.
I'm not even concerned about her, but I mean, bring it.
Nah.
Because you losing a lawsuit against Ivy Rose Nose would be content for you. So bring it. There's that. Do I only do gypsy
Yeah,
on
I
my
wouldn't
page?
worry. Pardon me?
Someone asked me if I only did gypsy content on my page. No, I do not.
Oh, no.
Maybe it's time
See,
to
I'm still new, so right now that's all I do.
Right.
Because I'm still dipping my toe in the water. So now I'm going to start branching out a little bit more because Gypsy just keeps doing the whole scenario thing over and over again. And there's only so much you can say about the whole thing over and over again.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I got to find somebody new to pick on.
You know what I mean? It's like there's so many cases out there. Sharon said, I saw what you said. So then you saw what I said. So then I'm in the clear.
Yep.
So there's that. Give me the monies, bro. I didn't see. I have to go watch Case's video. I didn't see that one. We can hypothetically talk about buying accounts for 10 hours straight and it's not illegal. That's what I'm saying. And here she's going to sit
That's
there
right.
and come with, ooh, know your law. No, you need to know your law, honey. So there's that. Have fun with that. But bring it. I mean, because I'm ready to dance. I'm always up for, you know what I mean? I'm always up to go. Let's go. Let's go. Can offer $200.
Yeah, sure. Lights a little fire under you.
Right? Ken offered $200. Ken wasn't even willing to spend the $500 to get her account back. It says more about him. At least I offered $500. That just shows who thinks more of her.
I know, right?
The Petris are family friends of yours. Oh, that's good, Angelica. How are they doing? Are they doing good? I know that family, the Petri family, is going through an awful lot right now. And my heart absolutely goes out to them. It really does. You know, all of these, they are, that I know of, good. I know with all of these lies that Gypsy's putting out there, and then that book and that nonsense, you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine what that family's going through, making their sister. And I'm not sitting here, I'm not saying that Dee Dee Blanchard was the greatest person ever and she had no problems. I'm not saying that. I'm sure she had a lot of issues. I'm sure she had a lot of stuff going on. But at the end of the day, to sit there and to put out these stories when the woman can't defend herself, and you know what I mean? Claude can't defend himself. It's just, you know, they're in such a spot, and it's so not right. It's just not right. So I really hope that family finds some peace this year. You know, I had messaged Miss Claudia, and I was hoping that she knew that I was just coming. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not coming after you for your story by any means, anybody. But I do want that family to have peace this year. Like, I hope they get their story out there. And I hope that they really find some
It'll be
peace
time
and
for bed in 30
somebody,
minutes.
Alexa, tell me kids bed, and somebody gets that story out there to give Dee Dee a little bit of justice, to give Claude a little bit of justice, and that they find some peace with it this year. Like, my heart really goes out to them. How do you feel about other content creators blaming the family? What do you mean content creators blaming whose family?
Who's blaming the family?
That's what I'm waiting to find out. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. Claude is Gypsy Rose's grandfather, the one she accused of SAing her when she was little. So, and again, the man is well into his 80s. The man is sick and going through it himself. I mean, how much longer is that guy going to live? And then he's going to leave this world, okay, being with people out there thinking that he SA'd and did all of this stuff to Gypsy. And again, guys, no proof. And people are like, well, there's no proof he didn't. But you mean to tell me that a pedophile is only going to pick one person and that's it? Do it a couple of times and never do it like it. Come on. I don't believe the story.
They can't help themselves. They go again and again with different kids.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way. Nina, isn't it? You know, I know a lot of people are asking why the Petri family didn't ask for justice sooner. I can't speak for the Petri family on why. But think about it. Look at all the publicity she had. So many people believed everything she said and took her at her word for all of it. If they spoke, what kind of coverage were they going to get? Or was she just going to be the bully of that family? You know what I mean? If they spoke out, they were just going to make poor Gypsy Rose the victim again. Now, I think they're speaking out now because it's like people are going to listen. There's people that are going to argue for us as well. But if they spoke out before, what were they going to say? She's lying, and then, oh, the victim is being victimized even more, you know? So, you know, I don't know what makes them want to speak out now, but good, I'm glad they are. You know, but again,
the tables were against them back then.
Huh?
The tables were against them back then.
Right. The tables, everything was against them back then. Now they have a whole bunch of creators willing to stick up for them and put that information out there with them. And so we may not be the mainstream media, but we do have voices. And so, you know, there's that. That is Jackie, but she's on YouTube. That's why y'all can't see Jackie in the box.
So I can't see my face picture.
Halamam also just said that she thinks that the book made them come out now. That's probably it as well. Everything this book said about Dee Dee and Claude and all of the goings on that happened with that family, what choice do they have now but to speak up? I mean, look at the allegations that were made by Gypsy Rose in this book. How do you not speak up now? You know what I mean? Right. But I do believe that we absolutely will see the downfall of Gypsy Rose coming. I think we're in the process of it now. And I've been saying that. And I think that the more and more that people speak up, the more and more she's going down.
Yeah.
I think because Gypsy said that she had their blessing could have been the kicker. Yeah, that's crazy too. Like, you mean to tell me your mother's family gave you their blessing to tell these stories? Unless someone from that family says, yes, these stories are true, I am not going to believe a word of it. I will not. I just won't. Because, again, how do you ruin a man's entire life? You know, telling this story just so you can have some extra smut in your book. Wild.
At least he made it out alive.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you did it without proof. It's wild to me how she makes these allegations and accusations with nothing to, you mean to tell me you went through every form of abuse known to man and you have no proof of any of it? No proof. None at all. No, I'm sorry. Hell, come on. Mm-mm. No way. And the people, and what, you're right, what gets me even worse than that is people believe it without proof. People who want to believe her story with no proof of it are going to come at me talking about, well, where's your proof? Y'all are believing a story that has no validity to it. There's nothing that validates it. Nothing validates this woman's story.
Say to her and her mother, then he would definitely.
Rosemary, you're breaking up. I can't hear you. You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I put the phone a little further away from me because somebody said it was too loud.
I don't know. I can't hear what she said. They don't like the proof that's in their face. That's what I'm saying. They really, you know what I mean? I'm just so sick of it. You know, how many times are we going to go through her medical records? How many times are we going to go through the crime scene? How many times are we going to go through the interrogations and the interviews, and for people not to wake up? Like, I get it's a great story. I really do. I get the story is great, but you need to go back 10 years and social media wasn't a thing. It is today. And the mom had Gypsy Rose as a victim.
I'll be 2 seconds. I have to use my phone to pay for something, but I've got to get off the panel. I'll be back in like a minute.
Okay. Yeah, it's absolutely all slander. It is all slander that she's putting out there. It's absolutely slander. Yeah, we're circling this whole story. She admitted she lied to everybody. She literally admitted she lied. We catch her in lies. You know what I mean? It just frustrates me that mainstream media, no one, they see it, but nobody's willing to pick up the story. Why? You mean to tell me there's nobody willing to pick up the story? I mean, this would break the internet if it came out that, you know what I mean? I don't see why nobody wants to pick it up. I think it was scheduled so not whenever the baby has a birthday, Gypsy can make it about herself. You know what? Isn't that wild too? How do you have your baby on the day that you were released from prison, the 1-year anniversary? Thank you. On the day, and you know what I mean? Like, you can't even leave your baby's birthday about the baby. It's going to be about you. So absolutely. The baby will never know its true birthday. Do any of us know when that baby was born? We know what they told TMZ and People magazine when the birthday was, but none of us will ever know that child's real birthday. You just won't. And that's because Gypsy knew it was going to play out like that. Gypsy knew she needed it to play out like that because she would be called out. She had to try and hide another lie. I firmly believe that baby was not born on the 28th. You can't convince me of that. So I don't believe that birth records are public record in Louisiana. Am I mistaken? Yeah, I don't believe that they are. No candles for the baby's birthday cake ever, right? Seriously, boss lady. But yeah, I don't think birth records are public record in Louisiana. So nobody's ever going to know that baby's, well, you know, people are going to talk. You know, family's going to talk. They're all going to talk. But my cousin was on 600 Pound Life and they say it's staged. Reality TV is absolutely staged. It absolutely is. Anybody will tell you that. None of that is like true or believable, or they set you up. They tell you what they want. I personally believe her pregnancy was part of Lifetime's wanting that storyline. You know, so it's very possible she had the baby months ago. I don't know if I believe she had the baby months ago, but I do believe she did not have that baby on the 28th. You know what I mean? People are sitting there saying that they got people going to hospitals, which is wild to me. But no, I don't believe that baby was born on the 28th. You just can't convince me of that. I'm trying to read both. Do we have somebody in here who can come up and you come up here, and I'm trying to read both screens of questions. Oh, Natalia Grace comes back on next week. Susan, I know. I'm definitely on that one too. Becca said they have to be public sooner or later, birth, marriage, and death. Yes, but you will not find it right now. I don't believe Louisiana, it's a closed record state, right? You're not going to see them right now. Anytime soon, you will not. Jonesy said she's still not sure. She's convinced there's a baby. Listen, you and Jackie swears that they rented that hospital room and it was all a fake. Can she put any date on a birth certificate? No. A birth certificate is an actual certification of birth. That's what shows everybody, including the government, that you were actually born alive. You cannot change the date on a birth certificate legally. No. That's why she wasn't at the pinning ceremony for her sister. I absolutely agree that's why she wasn't at her sister's graduation. Because she was home with a baby. And I've said it to you guys like a million times. She was looking tired there. So I don't believe that this baby was had. I'm telling you, Jackie swears that they rented a baby and they rented that hospital room for pictures. There's nobody telling Jackie that she had that this baby's hers. To the point where Jackie's like, should I go check missing persons report with her baby stolen? Like, there's nobody telling Jackie that this baby came out of Gypsy Rose. Oh, it was the first of the new year. Who is Jackie? Oh my goodness. You're new. If you don't know Jackie. The Christmas picture with her hair and the birth. Yeah, they're two different colors. Yeah, you could see it. And then you can see that she doesn't have that look, Moxie, of giving birth. But you can see that she had Christy running interference. You had, you know what I mean? All of that. So, yeah, it's just wild. It's like, let me go out and tell you lies. And then, you know what I mean? It's just all wild. And then they're going to play victim to their lies when they're called. It's just all wild to me. You're with Jackie on that one too, Lydia Jade. There's a lot of people that don't believe all of this. And you can't blame them because she's been nothing but a liar since day one. So, you know what I mean? Lifetime can buy anybody off. Yeah. Yeah. I know one of the reborn dolls. That's what people keep saying. Was it a reborn doll? Yeah. I wouldn't put baby snatching past Gypsy. I know, for real. And that's not to be mean, but that's because that's who you show us you are, Gypsy. That's why people think like that. People are only judging you because you're showing us who you are, for real. It's wild. I know, and that was a pretty big baby for a baby we were expecting to be small. And then not only was that baby small, it was a month premature. I don't know, y'all. That's wild to me. And then I'm not going to put the baby in front of the camera, but here you go, people. Here you go, TMZ. Like, can you post it? Because I got to be quiet about it. It's all just wild to me. Any thoughts on Ken in that photo, Ivory? I'll tell you what, he does not. Is that a real photo? Is he really there? Did you guys see that photo, though? Did either one of them look ecstatic? I remember having a baby, and that doesn't look like the face of people who just had a baby. Like, they don't look excited. They don't look like there's no emotion in those pictures. Like, I don't know. I don't know. They look tired, though, in the pictures. Is that tired or... You believe the baby's Ken? Some people believe the baby's Ken. Some people believe the baby's Ryan's. Again, you cheated for all of us to watch on national television, and then you get upset because we all question the paternity of your baby. That, again, is wild as well. Yeah, I was all swollen. I was red. I broke out and got itchy from the the medication. So I had red patches all over my face. So you all think it's Ryan's? I think it could have been Ryan's, but if she was cheating on Ryan with Ken, she probably wasn't sleeping with Ryan. I don't know. I don't know. You heard Ryan signed off? I possibly. I'm not sure. I feel like Ryan's been really quiet lately, though. Like, why is Ryan? I feel like Ryan was going live not too long ago, and he looked like he was ready to talk. You know what I mean? Like playing around with us. Like he looked like he was ready to let it all out of the bag. Should I be back on Lifetime? Should I be, you know what I mean? He was out there looking like he was ready to talk. Should I go on Morbid? Remember? He was wondering if he should even go on Morbid, and then all of a sudden complete silence. So Ryan, you good? You good, Ryan? Because, you know, anyone check on Ryan lately? Have we heard from Ryan? Is he good? Has Amber J heard from Ryan? We know Gypsy's heard from Ryan, which is, again, wild to me, guys. It is absolutely wild to me. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Tap, 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 tap. Don't forget to tap the screen. And you guys on YouTube, do me a favor. Can you guys just remember to like the live, please? Make sure that you're liking the live. I appreciate you guys. I was going to say that he'd think about, yes, he was thinking about, I was in that live trying to get him to go on Morbid's live. He was in there like wanting to tell his story, wanting to talk and wanting to do it all. And then they, you know, bam, it just went quiet. They went to court, and I get people need to grieve and, you know, mourn the whole process and go through it. But I feel like he went from ready to talk to, yes, Jackie, he could have signed something, but I mean, still, like nothing at all, no videos, no live, no nothing. It's just wild to me. Lifetime epic finale. She convinced, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe in court they had something to be signed that he can't talk about it. I know that's a thing. You know, some kind of NDA, like you can't talk about our relationship for so many years. I don't know what happened in that court hearing, but I feel like he went completely silent after that. Right, Kayla, or it can be the series. It could be Lifetime telling him to be quiet. But then you would, you know what I mean? I think it's funny that they all went quiet at the same time, so it definitely could be a Lifetime thing, in my opinion. In a state which I reside, the birth certificate has to have a seal, like a notary seal. Yes, they all have to have seals. They have to have a state seal. In order for them to be legal, they have to have a state seal. He waived his rights to another DNA test, from what I heard. I have not heard that, Miranda. I don't know. That I have not heard. Michelle Jade thinks Ryan would take her back in a heartbeat. It's possible. It's definitely possible. I don't know. I mean, is he embarrassed because of the messages that were caught out there? Like, how are you still giving her the attention is what I don't understand. Maybe it's because the divorce is being finalized. That's definitely possible. They made Ryan sign papers. That's possible. It's definitely possible that they had Ryan sign papers. I just feel like Ryan's been really quiet. What does the blue medical bracelet mean? I'm not sure what it means in her hospital. I don't know. I don't know what it means in her hospital. I don't know that any of that matters. You're not going to get much information other than allergies, fall risk from those bracelets. Everybody gets like a bunch of those bracelets, so it's nothing. Really, the bracelets are meaningless. It doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? So the bracelets, they're only going to tell you the basics anyway. So again, it doesn't really matter. I don't know that. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I feel like, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of bracelets. It just depends on if you have allergies. At fall risk, she would be a fall risk. You know what I mean? So the bracelets all mean a lot of things. You got the baby's tag, you got your blood tag. There could be a lot of reasons for a lot of bracelets. You know, people can have quite a few bracelets. But does it matter? You know what I mean? I feel like the bracelets really don't. It's all, yeah, the bracelets are irrelevant to anything. I mean, she's a fall risk. You know, she has a DNR. It doesn't really matter. I feel like that information isn't really something that's even, who cares? You know what I mean? Red is allergies, yeah. So I mean, again, like, oh, she's got allergies. It's not going to tell you much. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I mean, again, it doesn't. I personally, to me, the bracelets don't matter. It doesn't. It never. You're not going to get any information from it. You know what I mean? It's like it's neither here nor there. And sometimes I feel like people focus a little bit on you know what I mean, stuff that really doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's like I've seen 3 bracelets, then her name bracelet, then another one similar to that. Yeah, the bracelets don't even. I mean, who cares what the bracelets say? You know what I mean? Fraudless bracelet, not fall. That's funny. Everyone, yeah, 9 out of 10 people in a hospital are fall risk. So, you know what I mean? But again, does it matter if she had? So she has preeclampsia. That does it matter? You know what I mean? A lot of people get preeclampsia. It's not telling you anything. You know what I mean? Again, I feel like just the wild things that people argue or go through, or you know what I mean? It does it matter? So yeah, I do keep saying that. Yeah, so I'm not even going to give any more attention to the bracelets because it doesn't even matter. Why is there 2 Ivory Rose Nose? I have Ivory Rose Nose. I have the Ivory Rose Nose, which is my backup account. And then I have 2 accounts. So, yeah. I have 2 accounts. And then you have Ivory Rose Grows, which is a whole separate account. Ivory Rose Grows is a content creator in her own right. She is not me. Ivory Rose Grows is somebody completely different. No, the baby would not necessarily be in the NICU if the baby can breathe. Usually, if they're premature, they do 24 hours in a NICU, but the baby wouldn't have stayed in the NICU. And that did not look like the day of birth because she was all cleaned up. Her hair was brushed. They looked all relaxed and stuff like that. So Ivory Rose Grows is somebody else, guys. Go to her channel. That's not me. Hello, 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 hello. She needs a big red bracelet. That means murderer. I hear that, though. Is that what the bracelet everyone's looking for? Is the big red I'm a murderer bracelet? Because I wish they passed those out. But they don't. Oh, I got such a cold. So you're not going to find that one, unfortunately. My questions get answered before Will they take the baby away? I addressed this yesterday. Why would you want them to take the baby away, if I'm going to be honest? Do you guys remember the Turpin family, the Turpin kids? They were like, what were there, 13 of them, guys? Do you guys remember that family that was severely abused by their mom and dad? They were chained up to the beds and they were starved and all of that. Do you all remember them, the Turpins? They were taken out of that horrible, terrible situation. And they were put into the system, into foster care. Do you all remember what happened to them after foster care? They were abused just as bad in foster care. So saving them from that situation and putting them into the system didn't save them. It just changed their abuse environment. It went from my parents abusing me to my foster parents abusing me. It didn't help. Taking a child from its parents or its family and putting a child in the system is not necessarily the best thing for any child, guys. You don't want to put that baby, I mean, we're all here wishing the best for this baby, but then you put the baby in the system, it could be worse off than with its mother. And I'm just being honest. You know, I honestly don't believe that Christy, Rod, Mia, Ken, Raina, anybody is going to let anything happen to that baby. I firmly believe that. I don't like these people. I have no reason to sit there and say that because, again, I can't stand these people. I think they're horrible, disgusting, greedy-ass people. But I think right now the safest place for that baby just might be in that environment. Do I think that that baby may not have emotional issues coming from the mother? Yeah, hopefully the rest of the family can fix that. But that's going to happen in the system or at home. So am I going to say this baby's going to have a smooth life? No. But the safest place for the baby, safety-wise, like physically safe, I believe is at home with that family.
I agree.
I don't believe that, you know what I mean? Gypsy Rose can't be trusted. But there's not just Gypsy Rose. There's Ken the father. There's Christy. No, I can't stand Christy with a passion. But her children are fine. You know what I mean? I don't see her, while I see her being greedy and a liar and a conniving, manipulative bee, I don't see her hurting a child, whether it's her blood or not. I just don't. You know, you got to be honest with it all too. You know what I mean? So I just don't see it. So would you rather the CPS take the baby out of that home where, look at me, I just graduated nursing school. Look at Dylan, those kids are fine. Would you rather the state take the baby out of that home, go roll the dice with some foster care that can abuse them even worse than maybe their own family would have? It's a roll of the dice. And I personally think that right now, the safest place for that baby is at home. You know, do I trust Gypsy? No, I don't. But I do believe that Ken loves that baby. I do believe Rod loves that baby, Mia. I believe they have friends and family all around the bayou that are not going to let anything happen to that baby. And so...
And Ken's family, too.
And then you have Raina. And you know what I mean? I know you want me to say, yeah, we should, we got to call CPS. She's going to hurt the baby. But if I said that, I wouldn't be giving you my honest opinion. And my honest opinion is I think that baby is safer right now at home. So...
Yeah.
And
unfortunately, that's my feelings too. I dislike Gypsy with passion, and I don't like that family. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, basically. And, you know, the baby, I don't know if she's breastfeeding or not or what, but that is her baby, and it is Ken's or, you know, whatever. But, you know, should be with its parents. There's a lot of people that have children that are not great people, but, you know, I don't think because she's in the spotlight and she's under a microscope, anything bad's going to happen to that baby. And I don't think the family is going to let anything bad happen. I just had to pop in real quick, but I have to pop out because I have to put my babies to bed, but I'll be listening.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Cancel.
All right.
Moxie said that I do too, not respecting the Blanchards, but think they will protect it. And I have to agree with Moxie there. I do. I believe they will protect that baby. All eyes are on this baby. Everybody is going to be looking at this baby. Nothing is going to happen to that baby. I firmly believe that. Tina said the baby isn't Christy's blood, so right, but there's an awful lot of family and friends around there, and while I think she's a disgusting person with no ethics and morals when it comes to money and the story, do I see her physically hurting a baby, her husband's granddaughter? I just don't see it, and I'm sorry if that gets you guys upset that I don't see it, but I'm going to be honest. I don't see it. And you also got to remember that, that baby very well could be the demise of the family. That baby very well could be the key that calls Gypsy out. The grandparents would definitely step in. I don't see her hurting that baby. I don't see her being allowed to hurt that baby. I do believe firmly that people will be watching her with that baby. Rod, Christy, Mia, I don't care what they tell you. That family does not 100% trust Gypsy. They don't. They've all said it. There was a lot of trust broken. She lies. They know who she is. Now, while they like to run with the story for money because it's profitable, they are not. They know to watch out for her. You think that they don't see our content? You think that they're not watching Becca Scoops going through all of her history? I don't care what they tell you. They've all watched it. Ken, Ryan, Christy, Rod, Mia, they've all watched it. They all know who Gypsy is, whether or not they admit it. They are not going to tell you, oh, you know what I mean? I know she's a little sketchy and she's a murderer and we don't fully trust her, but I can assure you that they know. They know who she is. They are going to watch that baby because for any reason other than the fact that they care about the baby, they ain't trying to have her do anything for the baby that gets them in trouble because they don't trust her that much. That family does not trust Gypsy. Ken doesn't trust Gypsy. They will watch that baby because they don't trust her. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. Zoe, thank you so much thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It is so much. It is so appreciated. Nobody trusts, right? So they're going to have their eyes on that baby. They are not going to let that baby out of their sight for a minute. You got to remember, she can't leave Rod and Christie's house until June. You know what I mean? Even if she goes over by Ken's going to be there. You think Ken, for 1 second, Ken sleeps with one eye open. I can assure all of you. I can assure you that he sleeps with one eye open. He's not sitting there rest and relaxed, laying next to a murderer. He's just not. He is sleeping with one eye open, and he will absolutely watch that baby because at the end of the day, deep down inside, he knows who she is. He knows what she did, and that is his baby, period, point blank. So anybody who has a baby, you know how we feel about babies. We know how we feel about our children. Ken loves that baby. And so he is not going to I don't see him letting anything happen to that baby. You know, whether he's stuck or not, he's not going to let her do anything to that baby. Unless Ken decided to marry her, you know that of course, there's going to be something I think they're going to hold on to a wedding for the next season of Lifetime, which I don't believe is going to happen. Cherokee Girl, yes. What is her job now? I don't know. She's finished filming for Life After Lockup. She already wrote the book, right? She's not an influencer anymore. She's not influencing. So in 6 weeks, after 6 weeks maternity leave, somebody tell me what her job is going to be. What is her job going to be? What is an author? You are an author, but an author is not a full-time job. That's, you wrote the book is done. That's it. It's over. That job is done. You know what I mean? So what is her job going to be? Thank you, Candy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, what is her job? I have no idea what her job is going to be. So I do believe, Angela, that they are not having another season of Life After Lockup. That's what I heard. I don't, you know what I mean? That's what I heard, and that's what I believe. I don't have any proof for you there. Michelle just said OnlyFans. I mean, she's going to have to. What is she going to do? I mean, the girl's going to have a job. It is part of her parole. She needs to have a job. She can't open up a daycare. She is a convicted murderer. She cannot work with children. So there's that. Someone said open up a daycare. As funny as hell as that would be, she can't because she's a felon. She can't. And I just shut that off. So she's going to have to have some kind of job. She's going to have something, because all of the things she had in place, none of them are ongoing. So there's nothing left. She's going to have to get a job. Write another book. I don't know what to tell you, but she's going to have some kind of job. She could work at a cutlery section at Walmart. She can definitely work in the hunting section at Walmart. This one's a gutter. This one works really well. It slices, dices, and jabs. Like, for real, that's her qualifications. So, hey. So, yes,
Hey, how's it going?
it's going good. How are you doing?
Good. Hey, I used to work for CYS, and they're, for the state of PA, so I can't talk for any other state, but they're not going to take the baby automatically.
No.
There has to be a report, and then they have 24 hours to stop by the house and see the family.
Yeah.
And then they have like 30 days to do their investigation. And then after that, they decide, is it going to be protective services, or do they need to take the baby?
Right.
Or what kind of services? But I think a lot of people don't understand that CYS is also for getting resources and services like therapy or public assistance or, whatever they need.
Right. See, the problem with Gypsy and therapy, and I've seen so many people say, but she needs to get therapy. She's not going to get therapy. Gypsy in no way, shape, or form believes that she needs therapy. And therapy is not going to work for anybody who doesn't believe that there's a problem there to be therapied. And that is the story of Gypsy Rose. Thank you so much. Thank you, Heartbreaker. Thank you. Now, you know what I mean? But other than that, she's still going to have a job. They're not going to take that baby straight from the hospital. Everyone is entitled to be a mother. They're never going to separate the child from the mother unless there is specific reason to.
Right. And if they do, then they'll probably place the baby with a family member before anywhere else anyway.
You also got to remember the baby's got a father, so they're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to put it with the father or a grandfather or somebody like that. So yeah, I don't think anything is going to happen to that baby. I think there's going to be a lot of people watching it. I think CPS already, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's already case parole with all this stuff going on. Nobody's going to let it slide and not be aware of what's going on with that child. What did you say, Recliner Detective? Oh, no, it's the Miller. They won't take the baby. They will have a safety plan. Correct.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to chip in.
Oh, thank you. She refuses therapy because she knows the therapist will know she's lying. She has no trauma. Exactly, Tina. I completely agree with that. She never, in my opinion, went through any of that abuse. Anybody who went through the type of abuse that Gypsy Rose claims to have gone through, okay, they would know that they need therapy. They would do all kinds of therapy. She is not going to therapy. She doesn't believe she has a problem, and therapy isn't going to work if you're just going to manipulate a therapist, or try to at least. So therapy can't work for her until she comes to some realization about her issues, and she's not going to anytime in the near future, in my opinion. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, they can't make her do therapy unless she's a harm to herself or others, and then that has to show like some evidence.
Well, I know that therapy is part of her, the contingency of her parole, and she probably sits there and talks to them, but is it actual therapy? No, probably not.
Right.
Is she sitting there trying to manipulate a therapist? Yes. Does the therapist know? Most likely. So, you know what I mean? It's really hard to therapy somebody who's going to lie and manipulate. And then you can't just sit there as a therapist and be like, oh, you're lying and manipulating me. So that just becomes a whole big thing in and of itself.
She would have to have a really good therapist, but I do think that there are good ones out there that would work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I completely agree. There's also a chance the baby has microcephaly. Yeah. Probably. But we don't know that. I mean, there's a good chance, but we don't know. You know what I mean? That's all just speculation. That's all just looking at a picture. We didn't even see a baby's face. Supposedly, Erin, she did have the baby. So we only know what they're putting out there, and they're putting out there that she had the baby on December 28th. That baby is obviously a preemie, though. Well, if the baby was born December 28th, and that's what they told him, then that baby is definitely premature. Absolutely. That's a fact. Because that would be a premature baby. Thank you, Candy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. On the same day she was hacked, on the same day of her 1-year anniversary of being released from prison. Wild. Now, everyone keeps saying, was the whole hacking thing just, something to deflect everything else that was going on? And who knows? But I feel like the timing of all of this, guys, was absolutely wild. They're playing pranks on her about Ken's car being broken into. How was it that night, first of all, that she was hacked? Because she was in a live with Bree. How are you giving birth in a live with Bree talking about my TikTok account was hacked? I don't know. I don't know. Was that what put her into labor? Most likely she's going to be the victim of somebody's story. So I'm sure that's going to be the story she runs with. But again, people only know when this baby was born because that's the story she's putting out there. So of course she'll make it seem like she's a victim again. And look what they did to me. And they hacked my account. And look what these creators did to me. And I went into premature labor, even though she probably had the baby 6 weeks ago. So there's that.
I wonder why there's no preview for the next season. I couldn't find one anywhere.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just hope that this is the last season. I don't know if I could take much more of this show. For real. I really don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's not coincidence that like everything just lines up. Like first this happens, then this happens, then that happens. Like she just had the baby. The show wasn't supposed to be out until this summer.
That's what I thought. I was expecting it to be out later, but now they're saying January 6th. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The last video she made, she had to shut the comments off because they were all calling her out on her shit. Right. Absolutely. It's about time that people are waking up. How many followers does she have now? I know she's been dropping like crazy. What was she at? What is she at? 9.7 million now?
I think so.
Guys, is that what it is? 9.7 million? Yeah. So she started at what? 10.6, I think was her highest. Was 10.6. So she's down at 9.7. Almost 1 million people stopped following her. Now, I know that in the grand scheme of things, when you're going from 10 million to 9 million, it doesn't sound like a lot. But that's a hell of a lot of people, guys. 1 million people? Crap. It's a struggle just for me to get out. How hard I got to work to get 1 million people to look at my... To the alien sent her into labor early. So even look at a video, like 1 million people is a hell of a lot of people, guys. And 1 million people feel like she's lying and stopped following her. So that's a big deal. That means everything everybody's doing is working. And I'm glad to see that. She's at 8.25, what you heard today. She can easily buy followers, but again, there's no engagement. What's she going to do? Buy them in what? We're not going to know all of a sudden when she makes a 5 million follower jump. Like, she has too many people watching her now. She can't do that. 8 million more to go. For real. We only got 8 million more people to get this, the story out to, guys. So chop, chop. Everyone get to making videos. No, I'm just kidding.
Someone said just the preview is on the 6th.
Is it just the preview that's on this? So they're premiering the preview? Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
Are they premiering the? Oh, how pretty is that? Are they premiering the preview? It's
That's
a
what they're
sneak peek.
saying.
Candy said yes. It's a sneak peek. This is getting wild. They said they're going to show a little preview of Lifetime. Oh, there's that. That's just crazy. Lifetime is canceling the show. That's what I heard. I did hear that. I mean, I don't know the truth or the validity behind that, but I did hear that. People shouldn't watch it. I completely agree. I don't think anybody should tune in.
Now, I can say I've been on Dr. Oz to talk about a therapy approach, and it's definitely like they change things to their agenda. So I wouldn't believe 100% of Lifetime, and it's probably a lot staged.
Yeah. Oh, it's all, a lot of it is staged. There is none of this like, oh, it's just for, no, it's all staged. The whole season needs to be canceled. I completely agree. I hope they're canceling it for good, but I can't confirm that. I'm not sure. Right? Yeah, right. Lifetime gives them the plot, what they want them to do and how they want it to go. And they carry that out and they try to, like, you know, create that situation. I wonder if Lifetime is going to flip the script on Jip Jip, maybe expose her. I don't know. I don't know if we're that lucky, guys. Call out Lifetime. I need everyone to start, start calling them out, emailing them. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I doubt Lifetime would do that too. I agree.
Someone said, I will only watch for Ryan. I am worried about him.
Well, Ryan said he was on it, so we know he's on it. We know to expect him. My heart goes out to Ryan. I know a lot of people don't like him, and I feel bad. I really do. I feel bad for Ryan. I feel like what she did to him, she used him, she did all that. No, I feel bad. She treated him like crap. She used and abused him and then threw him to the curb, trying to make him look all kinds of ways. Yeah. I did read her books. I read both of them, and it was painful. Both of them were painful. The new memoir, more painful than the first one. So there's that. You have fairies flying on your screen? You good, Cherokee girl? You all right?
I don't see them.
I don't. Yeah. You all right, honey? No, I'm just kidding. Do you think Ken's mom read it? Listen, people, we're humans. We are curious creatures. Okay? Yes, I think they all read it. I don't care if they told you they didn't read it. I think they watched every documentary, every interview, because wouldn't you? I don't care what people say. Pete, we're curious. Even though you're like, no, I love you so much and I trust you and I'm never going to watch it. Fuck yeah, we're watching it. Hell yeah, I want to know. I don't care what anybody says. They all watched it.
And it's so embarrassing. Like, I'm starting to work on another book, and I'm not going to put any names and try to keep it as like private as possible. I don't know how she was able to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you so much, Country Girl. I appreciate you. Country Girl says, I'm burned out with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. You and me both, Mama. I'm telling you. I think I'm getting just over Gypsy Rose and her antics. It becomes frustrating when you're trying to get that information out there, and then you got that whole family acting like trash, and it's just wild. It's just all wild to me. It becomes a little bit like you do get burnt out with it after a while. And that's why I'm so glad there are a lot of new creators to kind of, you know what I mean, jump in. You can only go through the story once. You did a deep dive into the case. Yeah, that's, I went through every nook and cranny of this case, and now it's like, you know what I mean? I will always help everybody and keep putting the story out there. But I feel like it's creator fatigue. Yeah, it's just becoming the same old, and it's redundant. And it's like, them and that whole trashiness is like, I just can't anymore. I am so sick hearing about Christy and Gypsy. It's like, you're all trash. Like, for real, these people are trash. And I think it's
I think
disgusting.
people are going to move on
Mm-hmm.
to like what happened in New Orleans and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I'm not going to do the content anymore, but I definitely think that I'm going to start broadening my horizons a little bit more and adding stuff to it because, you know, and then again, it comes with a lot of content creator drama, and I'm not beat for that. I can assure you. Britt said, Ivory, I forget if I've ever asked you this. You're definitely a New York or New Jersey girl. I'm a Jersey girl. Love your accent. I have it too. Yes, Britt. I was born in New Jersey. I was born in near Jersey City, New Jersey. My family's from Flatbush, Brooklyn, so I've got a little bit of both accents. So I do have an accent, still there a little bit, although I haven't lived up there in quite some years. People need to stop keeping her relevant and believing her lies. You know, I agree. I absolutely agree with that. You know what I mean? It keeps her relevant, even though it's just an unfortunate, you can't help it because you want to get the story out there. She keeps coming out with new lies. And it's like, you got to call her out on it. Unfortunately, it keeps her relevant. But at the same point, I'd rather keep her relevant because I'm calling her out on the lies than to let her get away with the whole, you know what I mean? All of the nonsense. She's a monster. Pray that kid doesn't have her chromosome disorder. Whoever is the daddy, get custody and run. Get child support from the grifter. There you go. Country Girl says, I don't like the drama. Neither do I. I don't care about content creators enough to even bother talking crap.
It's definitely getting overboard.
It's just wild. It really is. It's mentally draining. I mean, with the new season, it'll bring new discussion, but I'm burnt out too. Yeah, Susan. So it's not that I'm not going to do the content anymore. You know what I mean? I absolutely am going to do Gypsy Rose content, just when it's new and, you know what I mean? The stuff that really matters because it gets old. I'm so sick of this chick. I just wish the world would wipe her away, for real. I'm not even lying. You know, I wish they would all get called out there, all get arrested for this lie that they're putting out there. That would be my dream 2025. I'm just saying.
MTH keeps asking to come up. I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Who's MTH? I don't know. I don't have anybody in a box. Move on to other cases. Well, I will add other cases. So, yeah, there's nobody in there. Are you in support of the mass unfollowing from January 6th of Gypsy Rose? Absolutely. Why start the 6th? Why can't we start today? I feel like everyone should start that today. Everyone go unfollow. I don't follow them.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't until Rusty came around. Then I followed. Now I unfollow again. Now that she got her account back. So there's that. Lori Daybell, that's a good one to cover. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I cover. I just feel like I'm not going to focus so much on Gypsy Rose because it's becoming wild now. You know what I mean? It's just becoming, and it's not that I'm never going to talk about Gypsy Rose again. I'm still going to keep on keeping on. I'm just going to add other stuff, and you know what I mean? Yeah, Key, I only followed her when she was Rusty, the hacker. Before that, I never followed Gypsy Rose. And I'm going to suggest to anybody, if you follow her, guys, go give her an unfollow. Well, trust me, somebody will let you know about content if it's out there. Don't follow her because I can't. I only follow her for being Rusty.
Did you hear about that Christian school pew-pooing?
The one where?
I don't know where it was. It was a young girl, and I think she had autism.
Ivory, I have evidence that Ken may have cheated on Gypsy. Do you really? That's cool.
That doesn't surprise me.
Bring it on. Yeah, it doesn't sound, what do I know, right? It's like their whole entire relationship started on cheating grounds. So, I mean, you sure can email it to me. Ivory knows Gmail. But, I mean, I think they both cheated on each other. I mean, they're not the most honest people. Sarah Boone. I covered some of Sarah Boone. That's on YouTube and in TikTok. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's maple beans. Stop.
Like to know what's going on. Like the attempted assassination of Trump happened 10 minutes from my house.
Really?
Yeah. And there hasn't been anything that I have seen on that family or on the shooter since like, I don't know, September maybe.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's crazy. No, Key, I don't think it was another attempt. You're talking about the last attempt that happened on him, right?
Yeah, and Butler.
Yeah. Did you cover? I did cover the Johnny Depp case when that whole thing went down. That's what I wish would come back. That was fun. Covering the whole Johnny Depp, Amber Heard thing, that was hella fun. That was, I enjoyed that. I had fun with that. They better leave my Trump. Listen, I'm not getting into politics on here.
I just want to know.
You lose them the way you get them. Yes, Trinity. Oh, I would have to look into that. I don't even know. I don't even know about that, to be honest with you.
Like, I'm not worried about the politics side of things, but like both parents were licensed counselors. Like, what happened there?
Yeah, I don't know. That I really don't know. It's like you're fighting a losing battle. Oh, tell me about it. Amber Heard, come on, man. That was fun. I wish those two would fight again and go through court again because I enjoyed that. I enjoyed making that content. I enjoyed watching that trial. I laughed. I screamed at the TV. It was fun. I'm just saying. Oh, love you, Key. See you later. But no, I enjoyed that one. I really did. Why aren't creators covering the 15-year-old case that Gypsy had the audacity to post and compare and contrast the cases? The jig is up. What 15-year-old case?
Yeah, I didn't hear about those.
Do a deep dive into missing person, Mom Tabat. Oh, I think you emailed me. Amber Heard pooped the bed. Yes, everyone. You say Amber Heard, and that's all I get is she pooped the bed. Which is what I can't even. Are we talking about the Turpin case? Nothing new that I've seen about Carly Gregg because I did cover that.
I would like to hear more on the Turpin case.
I would definitely like to go back down that Turpin case road just because I don't think people realize that after they got, the parents, the whole thing, and they were put in foster care, they were abused all over again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those kids, their abuse didn't stop. That their abuse, unfortunately, they were abused again. And that's so sad. And then you have Gypsy trying to even go into Jordan Turpin, trying to be friends with her. Like, leave that girl alone. That's a true victim. She ain't giving you her story. Go away, Gypsy. Go get a life.
Right.
You know what I
can
mean?
tell just by the way she talks, like that.
Oh my gosh. With the emotion. Absolutely. What did you say? Canceled the Tupelo Kings? Oh, I just missed that. But yeah, you guys, do me a favor. Everyone message me. Stop. Hold on. Case. On Action 17 News that Ken Urker was caught in a bathhouse wearing a beret. Stop it. Irie, did you see Torching 2024 on Netflix? They roasted the heck out of Gypsy. I did. That was funny. Okay, so are you serious? Or are you just like coming in here joking around? Yeah, don't. Y'all do the Idaho 4 case. That's a good case. Yes, this is real. Stop it. I have not seen your email because I am on both YouTube and my phone. Do they still have bathhouses? I can't even. I have to. Who's coming up here? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, Was it around? I don't know, Britt. I'm about to find out. Hello, Binks.
Hey, Avery.
Hey.
I just wanted to let everyone know that pew pew that somebody brought up, that was here in Wisconsin.
Oh, was it?
Okay.
The school?
Yeah. The school, and I guess she was having some issues, and there's also a guy in California that was connected to it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what are they saying?
They haven't released a whole lot, or not that I've been finding. I don't watch the news very often because I can't concentrate on it very well. That's why I listen to you creators.
Oh, wow. I have to look into that.
Yeah, it'd be a nice one to have you look into. Another one we just had here in Wisconsin. He offed 3 children,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a man hunt out for him.
Oh, wow.
And that was just this past week.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. 2 small
Yes.
boys were shot in California. Aw. That's so sad. I have to look into
Yeah,
that.
so we're on the watch for a person. Yeah. Yeah, Gypsy got picked up here in Wisconsin. I'm about 2.5 hours away from where she got picked up.
This one is Mrs. Hugh. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. I have to check. Okay, sorry. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I would have to check into that.
Yeah, so those are the 2 most recent here in Wisconsin that are pretty big at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting that the girl, it was a Christian school, so they're taught those Christian values, and she had autism. So, there's a lot of stuff going into that case.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is all what I want to start covering and adding to my repertoire of content. I think I'm tired of seeing her get such notoriety. I can think of so many more deserving people. I agree with that. You know what I mean? Why doesn't Jordan Turpin have this kind of notoriety for her and her siblings who went through so much torture? Not even just the first time she was abused, but this, you know what I mean? The Turpin family, they should have this. You love the John Bonet context. Yes, thank you. John Bonet is a big one for me because it's still a cold case. And it still hasn't been solved. And so that bothers me. And that the fact that everyone's writing on this DNA, and I don't believe the DNA should even have a thing. It should be a thing. I think they're weighing too much on the DNA, and they shouldn't.
No, the DNA was tampered with that.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
know I was still really young with that case, but that was still something that was always brought up in our family.
Yeah.
Just like there's another one that was always brought up on why we can't trick or treat on Halloween and late at night
Oh.
here in my town. A guy kidnapped a girl and did S8 her and then offed her.
Oh, wow.
And she was found 5 miles from my grandparents' house.
Oh, my goodness. That's
But
horrible.
she was from inside the town, and we're outside.
Of this.
We're 30 minutes from inside of town.
Justice Online with Ivory, your next investigative site. That's funny. That's
This
funny.
is an old one. Do you remember Sherry Mayhem?
No, who's that?
She was kidnapped down the road from where I lived as a kid. And she is who started the labels on the milk cartons, the missing person.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
that movie on Lifetime, Milk Carton, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's been on Dateline. They still have not found her body. And she's maybe 3 years older than me.
Oh,
I
wow.
remember when she was kidnapped. I remember that day because my sister was going out to the bus. I wasn't in school yet. But after that, my mom would not let me get down the driveway and on the bus by myself till I was 12 years old. And we were out in the country. Like, this is a very safe neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
But they never found her.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't think that they were ever going to find Lisa either.
We had a grape case here in 2012 that was messed up. It made national news. Dr. Phil had some of the kids on it. High school kids. Look up Steubenville grape case. I have to look that one up. But yeah, guys, listen. I need everyone to email me stuff that they want me to go through. Please. Give me some ideas. Let me know what you guys want to see. So if you want to see it, email me with it so we can cover it. I definitely want to pick. Ken has been booked per Don Ballard via Action 17 News. It was a sting operation.
Now I almost want to look that up.
Somebody go look that up and tell me what case is looking at.
Give me a second. Let me get my.
Yes, somebody go find out what case is talking about.
Move, turkey.
Case said, update, Ken Erker has been booked per Don Pollard via Action 17 News. It was a sting operation.
Yep, setting you down, opening the laptop.
Damn case has all the tea. Misbehaving, is he right, though? I need to know. Not that I don't believe you, Case, but dude was wearing a beret. Stop it. Am I getting excited for nothing?
That's what I'm
Case is on TikTok. Yeah, he's in my TikTok chat. Is he being silly, or is he just being like?
You hear noise? It's my laptop.
And you have your laptop on YouTube, right?
Ken and Ryan were seen together to talk about. You guys are so funny, right? We need the receipt. No, I'm just kidding. There ain't no receipts coming, guys. I'm just saying. That's so funny, Kate, because Case is in TikTok. You guys are on YouTube. The face on the I don't know. The face on the milk carton was when?
1985.
No, I agree. It can't be real. Case, were gerbils involved? Case, were there gerbils? Or possum? Did a possum get up there? I know.
No, but there was aliens.
I can't even. Gerbils were definitely involved. Gerbils, or I feel like possum can fit up there because that's an ass for you. Just saying. Gypsy was involved. Maybe a ferret.
That all happened during the hacking too.
Right? Oh, I can't, right? That's so funny. I can't even. One of my favorite. Yeah. Oh, you're cleaning your house? I need to clean my house. Thank you. Ken does like it up the ass.
Anything for biscuits and
Ken
gravy.
sure does. I don't listen. What he does with his hamsters and possum is completely Ken's business. I'm just saying, there's that. You know, if he likes to have little furry animals run up his A, then he can have them all up there scratching and trying to find an exit. I mean, burrow a hole, burrow away, hamster.
Don't forget the brownies.
Right? Don't forget the brownies. According to Cowboy, he needs to start cleaning it first. Stop it. Oh my gosh. I can't. You guys have me dying. That's so
I'm
funny.
not sure where he's seeing this news.
No, he's not. He's kidding. Yeah, he's kidding.
Oh, is he kidding?
Yeah. Biscuits, gravy, and gerbils. That's going to be I'm telling you, that's going to be my next video is going to be about hamster and possum and a beret. in a I can't.
Make sure I don't step on my cats.
That's so funny. And just stop misbehaving. That's so funny. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if it's so funny. Jackie said, thanks, Case. I looked it up. Love you, Jackie. You're so funny. So now is everybody going to be stuck on gerbil hamster talk? You're all going to wake up in the morning watching gerbil talk. Why the beret, though? I can't even. That's so funny. You started too. That's so funny. Amy! Hello, Amy. Gerbil Talk is going to be on everybody's FYP tomorrow, and you can all thank Case. He started that. That's so funny. I think that's
Get the dog leash in there.
right. We got to get that right. The dog. Oh my gosh. There is no, I believe that dog leash. I believe that she literally pissed on his leg to claim him, to mark her territory. What did she say? Maybe the picture of Gypsy is with the I can't even say capybara, but who sent me the capybaras on TikTok messages where I'm opening up their big like dogs. They're not little like hamsters.
I think they're the largest rodent.
But I pictured a rodent, but they're like big dogs and crap. That's wild. I ended up on capybara. I can't even say it. It was you, Miller. I ended up on capybara TikTok. It was wild. Why can't y'all just leave that girl alone? Well, because that wouldn't be so much fun now, would it? So there's that. I hate when people come in here and do that nonsense. They're all thanking you, Case.
Why can't she leave us alone? She keeps putting stuff out there.
Listen, if she just told the truth, I think that like TikTok might stop for a week because we'd all have to be like, wait, what?
Now what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, wait, she told the truth? Like we'd all be having freaking palpitations and crap. Like there's no way. Checking for pigs flying. We got drones, and next it'll be pigs flying because Gypsy told the truth. It's better than Turkey Talk. Boy, Turkey Talk was wild. I mean, they were raving turkeys to some music and flashlights and boom, 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 and all the turkeys were going. Like, it was wild, man. It was absolutely wild. Don't go on Turkey Talk, people. Wild Bird, I'm still coming for you. When you least expect it, I'm coming for you.
Do you think that was his dad, or do you think it was actual hacker?
Whose dad? Do I believe it's Ken's dad? No.
Yeah.
No. That would be too easy.
Miss Koba has a question. I think I pronounced her back part wrong.
Tina just said, wow, I had a woman tell me she hopes I get tortured and suffer. What did you do, Tina, that she told you that you... Listen, don't come for Tina.
What was their question?
She just said, I have a question.
Who did?
A Miss... I can't pronounce it. Miss COBBLAH.
Is there a law in place to protect people like Nick in the future so someone like Gypsy doesn't do it? No. So far, there's no law in place for that. So I feel like vulnerable adults should fall under the same laws that children do when it comes to like internet and stuff like that, those kind of laws. And they don't yet. They don't exist, or at least they're trying to get them overturned where adults are included in with that child predator law, and they should, but they don't yet. So I feel like if you're a vulnerable adult and you were, groomed online, that should all fall under the same as being a child predator, but it's only children right now, unfortunately. So. Yeah.
Have you ever looked into the Brendan Dassey case?
Mm-mm.
He was talked to by cops without his mom, and he was 16, and he had a learning disability. And he was coerced into confessing to something that he should have had somebody there with him for. because
Yeah.
we think his answers would have been a lot differently if he could have understood what they were questioning him about.
I'm telling you, there needs to be some kind of law, or reform needs to happen. Yes, I agree. Miss Anonymous.
There should be a mental health advocate at like every prison.
Or every police station, that if you're going to arrest somebody, that they are there to assess that person and vulnerable persons policy. Absolutely. And again, I do know when it comes to like the child online predator laws, some states are trying to get vulnerable adults included in that. But I don't think it has happened yet. And that definitely needs to be a thing nationwide.
Yes, and I 100% agree, because I have a little cousin. He's on the spectrum, and I'm afraid if he would ever get questioned, he could easily be tricked.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's not cool. There definitely needs to be some protection for people like that. People in nursing homes get taken advantage of. People with dementia get taken advantage of all the time. Absolutely.
Yes.
All the time. And they should be covered under that same law as children. You know what I mean? Because again, they're vulnerable to it because of illness or because of, whatever disability they have. And so therefore they think like children, they should be covered under that child policy. You know what I mean? Just because you're older doesn't mean you don't have the mindset of a child. And if you do, you should be automatically put in that category, in my opinion. So
Exactly.
how do we protect
Sure,
ourselves from
exactly
those
agree with
supposed to
you that
protect
Stephen
us?
was targeted.
Absolutely, Jesse. Like, how do you protect yourselves from those that you're supposed to be protecting or should be protecting you? Exactly. And it's crazy that you should have to, but they sure will use, your handicap, whatever it may be, to get them, you know what I mean, a conviction, or, you know what I mean, crime solved. Here you go. Take it away. Move on to the next one. It's sad. I have two, Crystal Marie, and they should also be included. Dementia, Alzheimer's, they should also be included in that law with children, because again, that's a mindset of a young person. That mindset is not where it should be. So, yeah. So again, we will see what happens. I know that I will continue doing this Gypsy Rose content. I know for YouTube, for you guys on YouTube, because I have you all both up. For you guys on YouTube, you guys will be seeing not just Gypsy Rose. I will continue my Gypsy Rose content, but I will also be adding more content. So if you guys want to email me, give me some ideas on what you would like to see, I would appreciate it. Same thing with TikTok. I will continue to be doing Gypsy Rose content, but I am going to add other content. I will probably use my backup TikTok for the main portion of my Gypsy Rose content and only do some on my main. But I will continue trying to go out there and spread the word for the Petri family. You know what I mean? I hope the Petri family puts out their information. And I will definitely, we will all do what we can to get their story out there and let it be known, get some justice for Dee Dee. My backup is the Ivy Rose Nose. So this is Ivy Rose Nose. My backup is the Ivy Rose Nose here on TikTok. And so I will be doing the majority, not all, but the majority on my backup. So again, if you guys here on TikTok, you have any ideas or you know what you want to see from me, to kind of break out of just mainly being Gypsy Rose and kind of adding other things, do me a favor. You guys can email me at ivyrosenose@gmail.com. Send me a message. Unfortunately, on TikTok, I don't get every message and it gives me problems. So it's easier if you guys email me. And so, yeah, and we can figure out what other content we want to add to this whole Gypsy Rose thing. And again, not that I'm stopping, I'm just adding to it. And hopefully we can all get that word out about justice for Dee Dee, the fact that she's lying, and we can get somebody to hear us is what my main goal has been and will continue to be for this year. So there's that. On that note, guys, it is getting a little late, so I'm going to let this live go. I appreciate you all for being here. Again, if you know what kind of content you want to see some more in the future, let me know. Give me an email. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, can you please make sure that you subscribed so you can see more of my content? And same thing here on TikTok. If you're not following me, guys, do me a favor and follow me. And I appreciate you guys, and I will see all you guys tomorrow. Everyone have a good night. Binks, Nicolette, thank you so much. I will see you guys. Good night.
Bye.
All right, guys, here on YouTube, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully you guys email me, and you guys can let me know what y'all want to see. Good night, guys. It was a pleasure.